Hello, dear students. Hope you all are in the best of health. Well, Shifali ma'am is back with another topic in maths, and today I want all of you to guess it. There was a boy named Rohan who studied in class 2, and he loved his grandfather a lot. Every evening, he would sit with his grandfather and tell him all that had happened during the day, and each day Grandpa would try to help him with his homework or teach him something new. In the evenings at 5:30, Rohan was allowed to go to the park and play for an hour. One evening at 4, he told his grandfather that he was going to the park to play. But when his grandfather told him that it wasn't 5:30 yet, Rohan did not agree. His friends had come early on that day, and so he assumed it to be 5:30 and insisted that it was 5:30 already. Rohan's grandfather realized that Rohan did not know how to read time. So he made Rohan sit next to him and said, "Come, today I will teach you how to read the time on a clock." So, by now you all must have guessed that we are going to learn how to read a clock. This is what Rohan's grandfather told him. Children, you too pay attention and listen carefully. A clock has numbers up to 12 and usually two hands, a short hand and a long hand. The short hand on the clock tells us the hour and goes very slow. It takes 12 hours to complete one circle of the face of the clock. So, it takes only 2 rounds in the entire day. Whereas the long hand, which tells us the time in minutes, goes around very fast and completes one round in an hour, and therefore is able to complete 24 rounds in a day. Rohan looked at their clock and said, "But grandfather, ours is with 3 hands?" To which grandfather replied, "Yes, Rohan, you are right. Some clocks do have a third hand, and that is the seconds hand, which is the fastest moving hand, as it takes only 1 minute to go round the clock." Now, whenever the long hand or the minute hand is on number 12, it's very easy to tell the time. You just need to see the hour hand and the number it's pointing out. That's the time. Let me explain. If minute hand is on 12 and the hour hand is on number 2, then it's 2 o'clock. And if the minute hand is on 12 and the hour hand is on number 5, then it's 5 o'clock. So it's easiest to tell the o'clock time. When the minute hand moves from one number to another, it covers 5 minutes. So when you see that the minute hand has moved from number 12 and is on number 5, it means 5 minutes have been covered. When you see it on number 2, it's moved 10 minutes, and when on number 3, it has moved 15 minutes. Easy way to calculate the minutes is by multiplying the number with 5, because each of the numbers have 5 minutes division between them. So come children, along with Rohan, let's also practice reading the time. If the short hand is on 6 and the long hand is on 12, or if I say that the hour hand is on 6 and the minute hand is on 12, then what time is it? It is 6 o'clock, Grandpa. Grandpa said correct. Grandpa then further asked, "Alright, now tell me, suppose the hour hand is between 5 and 6 and the minute hand is pointing at 6. What time would it be?" Rohan began to calculate. The hour hand is between 5 and 6, so time is 5 hours. And to calculate minutes, we need to simply multiply the number 6 with 5 and we get 30. So the time would be 5:30. Or we can also say 5:30 as the minute hand has moved half of the clock. Immediately Rohan shouted, "Grandpa, it is 5:30, the time I am allowed to go out and play." Yes, correct. Okay, tell me now, if the minute hand was on 3 and the hour hand on 7, then what would be the time? We simply multiply 3 by 5. So, the time would be 7:15, to which grandfather said, we can also say 7:15. Quarter means one of the 4 equal parts of something. Now, if the minute hand is on 9 and the hour hand is between 3 and 4, then what's the time? Rohan again did some mental maths. Well, 9 multiplied by 5 is 45. So the time is 3:45. Correct, Rohan. But we can also say this as 3:45 as 15 minutes are left to be 4 o'clock. Great going, Rohan. You have understood very well. With a little more practice, you shall be able to read the clock faster. And so can you, children. Rohan said thank you to his grandfather and gave him a tight hug. He then started reciting a poem on clocks that he had read in his book. The big hand is busy, but the small hand has power. The large one counts the minutes, but the little one names the hours. When both hands stand at the top together, it's sure to be 12 o'clock. When the minute hand is standing straight, time for a new hour to start the race. When the minute hand is on the 3, 3:15 it will be. 1/2 through our land, 6 is where you'll find the minute hand. Don't stop now, you're almost there. When the minute hand reaches 9, it's 1/4 till it's time to shine. So students, we shall learn all about time in our classes. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy and stay happy. Bye-bye.